Have you ever wanted to convince someone to do something for you, but they just won't budge, whether it's asking for a favor or trying to sell a product? Sometimes people can be resistant to our requests, but what if there was a psychological trick that could increase the chances of them saying yes? In this video, we'll be discussing the door-in-the-face technique, a powerful persuasion tactic that can help you get people to say yes. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Let's go. The door-in-the-face technique involves making a large request that you know will be rejected, followed by a smaller request that you actually want. For example, if you want to borrow $100 from a friend, you might start by asking for $500 when they inevitably say no. You then ask for the $100 you really wanted. This second request will seem much more reasonable in comparison to the first, and your friend will be more likely to agree. But why does this technique work? There are a few psychological factors at play. First, the initial request creates a feeling of guilt or indebtedness in the other person. They may feel like they owe you something, even if they don't want to give you what you asked for. Another factor is the principle of consistency. People generally like to be consistent in their behavior and beliefs. When they say no to your first request, they're establishing a certain belief or attitude. When you follow up with a smaller request, they may feel like they're being consistent with that attitude by saying yes. They don't want to seem like they're flip-flopping or going back on their word. The door-in-the-face technique can be a powerful tool in your persuasion arsenal. By making a large request that is sure to be rejected, you create a feeling of indebtedness and establish a certain attitude in the other person. When you follow up with a smaller request, they may be more likely to say yes because they want to be consistent with that attitude. However, it's important to use this technique ethically and not manipulate people into doing something they don't want to do. By using positive language, being respectful, and telling a compelling story, you can increase the chances of getting a positive response without resorting to unethical tactics. Thank you for watching. Like if you liked the video.